how I cook everything, exactly what I'm eating. YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to literally take you through my whole meal prep for the week, how I cook everything, exactly what I'm eating in the off season to get absolutely fucking jacked and grow like a motherfucker. This is literally the whole week's worth of food, bar a few things. So at the moment, what each meal looks like and how many calories we're eating, I'm gonna put up like a screen recorder, a screenshot of my MyFitnessPal. So at the moment, it's 3,305 calories. We have 200 grams of protein, we have 65 grams of fat, and we have 500 grams of carbs. So obviously keeping the fats on the lower ends because essentially we want protein to build the muscle and we want carbohydrates to fuel the muscle. So fats become very much a low priority. But in terms of meals we're eating at the moment, meal one is oats with protein, some berries, which we got here, a bit of honey, some dark chocolate, and that's really it. Sometimes I put cinnamon on it as well. Number two, we got Wheat Bix, which is over here. So Wheat Bix, we do 6 Wheat Bix with honey again, raspberries, vanilla YoPro, which is here, and then some peanut butter as well. Meal number three is very simple because it's like more of a snack throughout the day. So I'm doing bagels with strawberry jam and a Cinnabon hot cross bun, which absolutely slap. So then we got meal number 5, which is technically lunch. We got chicken breast with rice and some shredded slaw. And then meal number 6, which is the last meal of the day, which I'm going to show you how to make today as well, is the Ninja Creamy. So I've already got one made already, Ninja Creamy right here, but I'm going to make it with you guys today, show you how I make it. We're going to make all the food today. So one of the things I wanted to run through and just mention before I get into cooking and whatnot is that I'm a very lazy cook. I'm a very lazy meal prepper. When I say lazy, I mean lazy in the sense of I'm not making the most extravagant meals. Yes, they taste good. Yes, I enjoy them, but I'm not going out of my way to, you know, go on TikTok and fucking search for meals that are gonna absolutely fucking orgasm my taste buds, because that's not really my goal. At the end of the day, my goal is to get big, get jacked, and grow. But I also do like food. Yes, I am a food person. I do enjoy it, and I make my meals taste good. So this is very much like a make your meals taste good, but, you know, tick the box type vibe. And also, I don't like to just do like really extensive meal preps. To me, that's not enjoyable. Like, I want it to be simple, easy, chuck it in a container. Each day I take out what I need and then we move on from there. But that's about it, guys. I'm gonna get into cooking. We're gonna start off with the chicken and rice because, again, this is one of the more simple ones to make. So basically, I'm going to cut up all my chicken for the week. I'm gonna put in all my rice for the week in an air fryer, rice cooker. See you later, job done. So here's a tip as well. If you want your breads, your hot cross buns, your bagels, your crumpets to last a long time, put them in the freezer. Except the only problem with that is undo the crumpets is a very hard task. Okay, so a question I get all the time by my own clients is, should I weigh my food cooked or raw? Personally, I like to weigh everything raw because usually when you buy fresh produce, it's calculated the macros raw, so it's just easier to track. Now, you don't have to, either one works, whichever one is easier for you and you're consistent with it, that's really all that matters. But for me, find raw is just a little bit easier. So the way I'm kind of calculating this is, you know, it's the total amount of chicken we have is 1.369. So you could say, you know, 1.340. I'll literally just divide that by however many days gets me 200 grams or closest to. Now, being in an off season where obviously get a little bit more flexibility with my calories and whatnot, whether I'm eating 215 or 200 or 195 grams of chicken per meal, it doesn't really matter too much. Whereas when you're in a prep, you're kind of a little bit more pedantic about those things because all the calories count. But in this case, I'm literally just like, whatever it is, divided by however many days, and that's my food for the week. So what I'll do is after I cut this up, I'll calculate how many meals I can get out of this, and then I will just match the rice. So at the moment, I'm having like 100 grams of rice. So literally, if I get 7 days worth of chicken out of this, I'll do 700 grams of rice. Now, also, I like to cut these into little like cubes, dice them, because it just cooks better in the air fryer that way. And then I literally just chuck it in the air fryer with seasoning. So next part is I will just put it in the air fryer. I like to put it in for around 15 minutes at a time. It will only cook like one side of it. So I'll put it on 15 minutes, then I'll move it around again, put it on for another 15 minutes, and then usually you should be good by then, around 30 minutes, depending on how crispy you like your chicken as well. Yeah, I'll get 7 servings out of that, and there'll be 195 grams of chicken per meal. So that's perfect. Again, and then what I'll do is when it's done, I'll weigh it out all together, divide that by 7, and I have 7 servings of chicken. See you later. Okay, next we're gonna do the rice. So 700 grams of jasmine rice, and we're just gonna pop that in the rice cooker. Alright, next we're gonna move on to the rice and, sorry, no, this is not rice. We're gonna move on to the pasta and the minced meat. So we got a kilo of minced meat. I'm gonna go roughly 200 grams of minced meat per day. So that will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 5 grams of, 5 servings of minced meat. And then we've got 500 grams of pasta, so 100 grams per day as well. So very easy to distribute this. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna cook the mincemeat first, then I'm gonna cook the pasta separately, and then I'm gonna combine the two. Again, I'm putting the taco seasoning with the mincemeat, and then I'm also putting some chicken stock with the pasta. You can put sauce if you want, but again, I'm just keeping things as simple as possible. This still tastes really good. I throw in some spinach with it as well at the end, when I cook it up for actual dinner as well. About you guys, but when I cook, I like to amidst as much chaos as possible to just spice some things up a little bit. So I've got about 4 things going at once, and now we're gonna make the Ninja Creamies as well, the mix for it. So I'm gonna start getting that ready. All right, so Ninja Creamy recipe is very, very simple. It's literally like 3 ingredients. Okay, so for the Ninja Creamy, all we do is 200 mils of almond milk. I just get a basic unsweetened almond milk because it's very easy to use and very cheap, and the calories and macros are very low as well. So we just do 200 mils in each container, and it's always really important to remember you do the almond milk first, because if you do the yogurt or the protein first, which are the only other 2 ingredients, it's gonna get stuck to the bottom, and then when you mix it up, it's gonna get like really stuck, and when it freezes that way too, so then it doesn't mix through properly when you actually put it in the creamy. So make sure you always put the almond milk first. That's the most important thing. camera either back or pointed upwards.
Whoa.
Ninja creamies are done. In terms of calories, macros for this, so as I said, it's just 3 ingredients. So it's nothing crazy. Almond milk, yogurt, and protein powder.
Did you do 20 grams?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It is 336 calories with dark chocolate that I add into the mix in. So it's literally fuck all. You get 34 grams of protein, 12 grams of fat, and 21 grams of carbs. And most of those fats literally come from my dark chocolate. So that's all done. Gonna chuck the caps on here and then mix them around and then put them in the freezer for 24 hours. The rice is all done, so now it's all cooked. I'm going to get this into the container and weigh it out for the 7 days total, and I'm just gonna get that and divide it by 7 because that is the easiest way to go about doing things. So one of the things that I used to fuck up all the time was put way too much water in the rice and it would be really mushy. Now it's a bit more fluffy because I put the right amount of water to rice ratio, but it does get stuck at the bottom. Chicken is almost done, rice is done, that is just cooking, mince is done, which we're gonna weigh out as well. So we're cruising, we're getting along. Now guys, I can't mention this enough. If you are looking to build muscle, get leaner, do any of those sort of things, like you need to be doing this sort of stuff. You need to be meal prepping. Yes, it's like a little bit of an effort. Yes, it's chaotic, but honestly, for me, this saves me so much time in the week. So I don't have to think twice about my nutrition. I don't have to think twice about my meals. It's already done for me. Everything's already done. I literally only cook on the day, like 2 meals, and one of them is oats. So that is very easy to make. And the other one is bagels. Like that's literally it. Oh, and the Weet-Bix, and the Weet-Bix takes 2 seconds, which if you really want, you can overnight do the Weet-Bix too, but that's up to you. So it can be done on the day, whether you choose to do it or not. Getting every last bit out of the rice. My pasta's not overflowing. Gotta make sure you do this, guys, otherwise you're missing out on a lot of rice. See? That's how much more rice you get. And the reason I'm really showing you guys this is because I want to show you exactly the sort of I want to give you the inside sports of what it takes to, live the bodybuilding lifestyle, I wouldn't consider myself a bodybuilder because I've competed and stuff, but I'm no big time bodybuilder, but I consider myself a coach, a very good coach. Really am a big believer in leading by example. So the reason I make these videos is obviously to educate and whatnot, but I also want to show you guys exactly what I do for my physique and for my goals and how I want you guys or my clients to do for your physique and your goals as well, because I believe that's what it takes if you really want to, get jacked, build muscle, whether it's getting leaner, whatever it is, compete, outdoor photo shoot, any of those things. These are the things that are involved. Or if it's just wanting to live a healthier lifestyle, this is what it takes. And honestly, it's very easy stuff. As you can see, I've done this while recording and doing 5 things at once. It's not that hard. This is 1283. So that divided by 1283 by 7, 183. So you get 183 grams of rice per meal. Now I am gonna put the mince separate with the pasta. I was gonna combine it, but I just think weight-wise, this is easier. You know what the beauty about all these meals are? Not put together. You haven't got chicken and rice already made together. It's you're actually got them deconstructed is actually the word I was looking for. So it's if one day you don't want chicken and rice and you want chicken and pasta, you can just weigh out chicken and put it with pasta. And you can have mince with rice, which personally, big fan of mince and rice. But it's just super easy to customize your meals however you want when you cook it like this. You just batch cook everything. So that's 879. That's a kilo of, we get 5 here, 879 divided by 5. 175 grams of mince. Easy done. Mince sorted. Mince, rice, done. Chicken's up next. The only real hard work you do is cutting the chicken. I honestly say the Ninja creamies are actually harder because you got to put 3 different ingredients. Where cutting the chicken, putting seasoning, putting in an air fryer, done. Rice in a rice cooker, done. 131 grams of chicken cooked per day. So that equals to 195 grams raw. So I track it raw, but I distribute it cooked, because that's just the easiest way for me to work it out, especially when I'm cooking things in bulk. Now I've got the pasta. Now again, I was gonna put this together, but just easier to put it all separately again. So then if I want to like change things up throughout the week, I definitely can. So we've got 500 grams of raw pasta here. We're going to weigh it out, weigh it cooked, same as we did with everything else, and then distribute it by 5, divided by 5. It was so much quicker. Beautiful. 1,057. So 1.057 divided by 5, 211. Beautiful. Lovely. All right. Now I'm going to add some chicken stock into that as well for a bit of flavor. Chicken stock on your pasta and your rice. Perfect. Okay. Then we're going to chuck that on there and give it a mix around. Beautiful. There we have it. Alrighty guys, so meal prep is done. That is the full week's worth of food. I usually eat that every single day. On Saturday or Sunday, sometimes we go to Kayla's mum's or my mum's and we'll usually have like a free meal. I'll usually save anywhere between 900 to 1200 calories for that. Obviously that's a lot easier at the moment because I am eating so many more calories. Now the other thing I want to mention, when people do like bulks, off seasons, builds, improvement phases, whatever you want to call them, it's really important to remember that you're getting your protein from whole proteins as well. Because if you're getting it from things like bagels, carbs, like yes, it's good, but you want complete protein amino acid profile. So leucine is a massive essential amino acid, which is in most meats. So it's important that if you're still getting your protein in from majority good sources of meats, or if you're a vegan or vegetarian, then whole complete, you know, you're supplementing with that somewhere in your day. But you want to make sure you're getting in whole protein, complete protein sources to obviously help rebuild those muscles because they've got the essential amino acid profiles that are going to help with that as well. Again, we're also keeping things majority pretty clean, so it's important that you're doing that too. As you'll see, like the real only like fun things I put in my meals is like the peanut butter in my Weet-Bix, the Ninja Creamy, I guess you could say, but again, that's pretty decent, and the hot cross buns and bagels. Like that's really, in terms of like fun stuff, like that's really all it is. So it's still like 95% clean, and that's really what it takes when it comes to sort of building muscle and being in an off season. You still need to eat majority good foods. But I'm gonna wrap up the video there, guys. If you enjoyed this video or you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments and drop a comment down below. This is a great time to subscribe, follow the journey, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.